Now what happens? We will see the bicarbonates. The bicarbonates also follow the same trend, such as in case of group 1, you can see lithium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate, rubidium bicarbonate, and then cesium bicarbonate. You can see, because the charge density is high, the polarization power is high, so the melting point is low, because covalent nature is present. In case of cesium, charge density is low, so polarization is low, so ionic in nature and also stable or thermally stable in nature. Now you can see, whenever you heat bicarbonates, you can see NaHCO3. All the bicarbonates, whenever you give heat, they will produce carbonates Na2CO3 plus CO2 plus H2O. Now what happens, as we know, Na2CO3 is thermally stable up to 1200 degrees centigrade. Now if you give heat, temperature lower than 1200 degrees centigrade, no effect will be there. Actually, the lattice energy is so high that they becomes very stable. Now when we give heat T greater than 1200 degrees centigrade, then you can produce Na2O plus CO2. This is same for potassium bicarbonate, KHCO3. If you give heat, this will produce K2CO3 plus this will give CO2 plus gives water. If you give heat at a low temperature means temperature is lower than 12 to 26 degrees centigrade, so this will produce this will no effect will be there, okay, because the temperature is low. If the temperature is very high temperature, then this will produce K2O plus this is CO2, okay. So these are the the next one. We can see in case of group 2, the order is same. Group 2, such as barium bicarbonate, has a higher stability than strontium bicarbonate. If you give heat, then it is more stable than calcium bicarbonate whole 2, then it is more stable than magnesium bicarbonate, okay. Now this is more stable than beryllium bicarbonate. So what happens, the thermal stability is increasing because it is most ionic in nature, due to the higher value of phi, that is the your polarization power, and lower charge density. So this is more stable, this one is least stable. because the charge density is high and covalent in nature. Okay, so this is group 2 carbonates. If you give heat, then what happens? Such as you can see in group 13, group 3A or group 13, if you give heat to aluminum bicarbonate, this will easily produce Al2CO3 whole 3 plus CO2 plus H2O. This will further undergo, if you give heat again, this will produce Al2O3, okay, plus this will produce carbon dioxide. Okay, this is the heating effect of aluminum bicarbonate. You can also give heats like that into thallium bicarbonate also. The next is the transition elements having the CO2 order, CO2 inert gas like a structure, such as you can give heat to zinc bicarbonate, ZnHCO3 whole 2. Whenever you give heat, this will produce zinc carbonate, ZnCO3, plus this will give CO2, plus will give H2O. Whenever you give heat to them, this will produce zinc oxide plus CO2. Okay, so only in case of group 1 bicarbonates, whenever you give heat, group 1 and group 2 generally, whenever you give heat, they will produce carbonates and then they will not undergo any kind of decomposition. But in case of, I forgot to say that sodium bicarbonate NaHCO3, okay, whenever you give heat, this will produce Na2CO3 plus CO2 plus H2O. So if you give heat, no effect is there. I told it. Now what happens? There is a special element, lithium, that is lithium bicarbonate, LiHCO3. When is heated, this will produce Li2CO3 plus CO2 plus H2O. Whenever you give it to this one, this will not produce, this will undergo decomposition to produce Li2O, lithium oxide, plus this will produce CO2. Okay, so this is the exception. Okay, because Li2CO3 is also less stable and it has a higher polarizing power, so covalent nature is there. So on strong heating, this will be decomposed in Li2O and CO2. So these are the bicarbonates. And now in case of HAPA, HAPA, you can see in case of HAPA, HAPA, you can see that, such as you can heat silver bicarbonate, AgHCO3. Okay, now you can give heat. This will produce silver carbonate, Ag2CO3 plus CO2 plus it will give H2O. Now you give heat. This will produce Ag2O plus will give CO2. Now whenever you give heat, this will produce Ag plus oxygen. So in case of silver bicarbonate, whenever the heating is done strongly, you can find out the metal easily. So you can write down, in case of HAPA, in case of HAPA, HAPA, we can find the metal by heating strongly. So these are the bicarbonates that are important in your entrance examinations. Now we will discuss about sulfates. Sulfates are generally important for your actually group 1 and your group 2 is very important. You can see the stability of group 1 sulfates always follows the trend, such as you can see cesium CH2SO4 cesium sulfate is highly stable. Then it is your rubidium sulfate Rb2SO4, then it is more stable than your K2SO4, it is more stable than your sodium sulfate Na2SO4, then it is more stable than Li2SO4. This also happens for the same reason. Cesium, it has a lower charge density, it has a lower charge density. So the phi, that is polarization, is low, so ionic nature is highest. Ionic nature is highest and thermally stable. Thermally stable. Now this one is thermally unstable for the same reason, because higher charge density and polarization is high. Higher charge density and polarization is high. So what happens? So if you can give heat, now if you give it to Na2SO4, okay, now you give heat, this will produce Na2O plus SO3, okay, Na2O plus SO3. Temperature is low, 800 degrees centigrade, but you give heat to temperature more than 800 degrees centigrade, this will produce Na2O, SO2 plus half O2. Okay, so this is the effect of heating when you give heat to Na2SO4. So temperature is lower than 800 degrees centigrade. This will produce sodium oxide in presence of sulfur trioxide. But whenever you give heat above 800 degrees centigrade, this will produce sulfur dioxide and oxygen. Okay, so you can also give calcium sulfate, CaSO4, group 2 element, group 2 sulfates. You can give also heat here. This will produce calcium oxide plus sulfur trioxide. Okay, now the temperature is lower than 800 degrees centigrade. Now if you give heat temperature greater than 800 degree, actually this is 1226 degrees centigrade. Whenever you give heat, this will produce calcium oxide plus sulfur dioxide plus half of oxygen. So in the higher temperature, this decomposes like this. Okay, so these are the stability order of the sulfates. Now you can see here there is a question, very important question, that which metal sulfate produces two acidic oxides on heating. You can see that is FeSO4. Whenever you give heat, ferrous sulfate, this will produce Fe2O3 plus some amount of SO2 plus some amount of SO3. This is most important actually. What happens now, whenever you give heat FeSO4, this will produce Fe2O3 plus SO2. Now this SO2 reacts with oxygen in presence of Fe2O3, that will act as a catalyst here. This acts as a catalyst here. This will produce SO3. So two acidic oxides are formed. One is sulfur dioxide, another is sulfur trioxide. Okay, so these are the acidic two. This is the only metal sulfate that will give two acidic oxides whenever you give heat to them. So this is the sulfates. Then we are going to nitrates. The stability is stability also follows the same order. Actually, your nitrates are highly soluble in water. So solubility, we cannot say that a substance is soluble in this kind of compound, this kind of solvent. We can only explain the results of solubility. Solubility, actually there are two aspects of solubility. One is, you can say, you can delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. You can explain it by the entropy change or the Gibbs energy. Then you can also solve this kind of problem by this hydration enthalpy. Okay, these are the separate topics. We will discuss it later. Hydration enthalpy, or this you can also explain by this, or you can say if the difference between the radius of cation and anion is so large, the solubility increases. Okay, this is a separate topic, we will discuss it later. So the nitrates, you can say that CsNO3 is greater than RbNO3 is greater than KNO3, potassium nitrate greater than, you can say that uh, sodium nitrate NaNO3 and lithium nitrate LiNO3. So we are writing it clearly. CsNO3 is highly stable than your RbNO3 is greater than KNO3 is greater than NaNO3 is greater than LiNO3. What happens? This decomposes easily. The same rule applies here, because lower charge density, higher phi. So ionic in, so sorry, lower polarization, lower phi. So ionic nature is highest. Okay. Now nitrates, the heating effect of nitrates, you can see here, NaNO3 give heat. Okay, NaNO2 plus O2. But you can also say KNO3, you give heat, this will produce KNO2 plus O2. You can give heat to RbNO3, this is also give RbNO2 plus O2. Okay, half O2, you can say half, you can do the balance. Okay, now what happens this one? In case of this one, heated LiNO3 arrow gives Li2O plus NO2 plus O2. So this one is exceptional case. You should remember group 1 nitrates gives nitrites and oxygen on heating. But in case of group 2, you should remember, when heated they produce nitrogen dioxide. It is actually important. What happens? Okay, so this is the reaction. So you can remember group 2 nitrates, whenever you give heat, they will produce nitrogen dioxide. Now, in case of ammonium nitrite or ammonium nitrate, these are different. When you give heat, this will give, you can, the heating effect of nitrate or nitrite can also be done by removing water, such as you can see here, 2 oxygen atoms are present and 4 hydrogen atoms are present. H2O means, water means H2O. So 2 H2O can be done, can be removed from here, N2 plus H2O gaseous form. So no residue, no residue. Okay, no residue. So this is most important actually. Actually, ammonium nitrate and ammonium nitrite, they are the most important compounds. Whenever you read group 15, you can also see this will produce heating, this will produce N2 plus H2O, no residue, no residue. And whenever you give heat to this one, this will also produce N2O. How this is formed? You can see 4 hydrogens, okay, 4 hydrogens, 3 oxygens. So you can remove maximum 2 water molecule. Okay, so 2 water molecules means twice H2O. Okay, now what happens? 2 H2O. Okay, nitrogen N2O and 2 H2O will be formed in the gaseous form. No residue, no residue. Okay, actually you should remember, except ammonium dichromate, all the ammonium salts will give no residue on heating. But you give heat to ammonium dichromate, this will produce a Cr2O3, chromic sulfate. Residue will be formed, green residue. Okay, so these are the thermal stability of carbonates, nitrates, sulfates, and your nitrates, and your bicarbonates and carbonates. So if you like the video, please share and subscribe my channel, and stay tuned for new videos. And P block lecture 3 will be updated soon. So please stay tuned, and thank you for watching the video.